Hey guys, good morning. I want to take a few minutes today and just talk to you about this powers of one thing that you've printed off from the email. We're going to talk about the power of action today. You've created your vision, you know where you'd like to be, but you can't just get from here to there and call it good. Just saying that you want to lose 50 pounds this year or get out of debt doesn't mean it's going to happen. So bear with me. Say you want to go on a trip. Are you just going to jump in the car and hope that you make it to the beach? Or are you going to do some planning, map out a route, figure out what it's going to take to get there and how long it's going to take you to do it? Life is the same way. Are you just aimlessly going through life hoping that you're going to get where you want to be? Or are you taking action and taking control of your life? So through the vision board process, you've decided where you want to go. You know exactly what that's going to look like. Now you've got to create the map so that you can get there. And that's where this power of 21 comes in. So you're going to want to make sure that you print off 3 copies, one for each of your top 3 goals. Now this isn't the pie chart, you know, the pieces of the pie chart with the categories. These are the top 3 goals from that 8 to 12 that you listed. And this is just your starting point for the year. Once you feel in control of these goals, then you can move on and focus on a different one. But if you're focusing on all of it, you're going to get stressed out and you're going to be overwhelmed. So like right now, my top 3 goals are to build a solid Beachbody business, to declutter my house and find a working cleaning schedule so I can stay on top of that. And 3 is to be in control of our finances. So you're going to take that power of 21 sheet and you're going to just write down 3 actions that you can do each day of the week to get you closer to that goal. So it really helps if you break it down into smaller chunks. For example, if you want to lose 50 pounds in the next 1 year, it doesn't have to be by December. Remember, we're creating lifetime habits and goals. So, you know, break it down into the 12 months. How much do you need to lose? Well, 50 pounds over 12 months is 4.16 pounds a month. Now, is that more doable and less intimidating than thinking, oh, I have to lose 50 pounds this year, or I want to lose 50 pounds this year? But then break it down again. That's an average of 1 pound each week. Even more doable and less intimidating. And just a side note here, I want you to know that your body will fluctuate and it's okay if you go up and down as long as throughout the month, it's a decrease. But you can't just map it out and get excited. You have to put gas in the car. You can't just sit there and grab the steering wheel and play with the pedals and dream about it. You've got to put gas in the car and actually start to drive down the road, or else it's useless. So, where are you going to start? You're going to start right now with this week. And I don't care that it's Thursday. I'll be honest, it's messing with my OCD, but see, I started with Thursday. I created mine yesterday. I'm a very Monday person. But if we're going to take action, we have to take action now. Don't put it off. Because if you can do it today, then why not? So for the sheet is broken up into sections, 7 sections with 3 daily activities. So basically that is 7 days in the week with 3 actions each day equals the power of 21. And these are just going to be little simple things to help you reach your goal. So going back to the lose 50 pounds, on day 1, your actions could be something like don't hit the snooze. Action 2 could be drink all my water. Action 3, push play and finish the full 30 minutes of my workout. Then day 2, maybe hitting the snooze is something that is a big deal for you. So you put it on there again. But then action 2 for that day is portion out all my food. then the next action is write down everything I eat. That way you're realizing, oh, I'm sneaking goldfish or whatever it might be. So these are just little tiny focuses to keep you on track with your goal, and you're not focusing on the end game. While we need to have that clear vision in place, you're not overwhelmed by the fact that you want to lose 50 pounds and you're not constantly going to the scale to see if you've made any progress. You're focusing on the actions and the journey and the experience. And even if you don't master one of the actions the first day, you just keep on trying. Then at the end of the week, you can either mark them off that you completed them, or you reevaluate and say, okay, this habit is harder for me to change than I expected. I'm going to keep it on my power of 1 for every day the next week. And I think it's important to remember that there are going to be roadblocks and you are going to get flat tires. But that doesn't mean you give up on your destination. You don't just stop and say, oh, well, sorry, kids, we got a flat tire. We're stuck in the road. We're just going to sit here forever. You know, it doesn't look like we're going to make it to the beach this year. You fix the flat tire or you take the detour, and it's all a part of the journey. And it may take you longer than you expect, but in the end, you're a whole lot closer than you would have been had you not created the plan. Had you not created the route and put gas in the car. And I want you to know that there is nothing wrong with creating big, huge goals for the year. But you've got to be willing to stay consistent with those little things all year long. So don't be discouraged, but we've learned that, yeah, we can bust butt and we can hammer down and we can get to Texas in the 24 hours that it takes to drive straight through, but that's not enjoyable for anybody. And by the time we get there, we're exhausted, we're drained, and we can't enjoy our destination. But when we take our time and we pace it out, we make pit stops along the way, we get out and stretch our legs, we see new sights with the kids, we're creating a whole experience and memories to look back on. So beware when you set your goals that they are achievable. And it's good to get yourself out of your comfort zone, but slow and steady is always going to win the race. By the time you reach that, 50-pound mark, are you going to be empowered to keep it up and continue those actions? Or are you going to be so exhausted and drained from what you achieved that you take a break from those actions that got you there in the first place and you lose everything that you worked towards? So when you take your vision board, break it down into small, achievable pieces and mile marks along the way. What can I do this week to help me reach that mile mark this month or this quarter, and then the 6-month mark, so that you are having those pit stops and you're enjoying the journey and celebrating along the way, so that you can just really encompass and enjoy that destination. So when you're done with your Powers of 21, I want you to post it in this thread. It sometimes helps to get other examples to get the ball rolling. I just want to let you know that I love you, ladies, and I hope that you have a fantastic day. I have no idea where my video went.